lord.agion here with another Grey Goo replay. Spawn on the top side, we have Crespo. Spawn the playing as a human faction. Spawn on the right bottom side, we have the ReDKinG, who's not red, he's blue. Crespo is red. Playing as a human faction also. Looks like we might see some early aggression. We have one trident and one revolver, another trident and revolver coming out. I think you might see some early harassment, perhaps enough just to snipe conduit wire, just to delay some production. He has currently no war factories out. He went for a double refinery open, and he has no units to defend himself, which is a big problem. Unless he has his, what is it? Looks like his trident was sniped. Building anti-heavy sentinel, focusing that down first. This is just doing, stalling his economy and doing some economic damage. He's got out one trident. Good answer. Tridents are very beefy anti-light. They have more health than the Gladys tank, though they do not have any armor. Trying to build an anti-heavy sentinel on the opposite side. Looks like he's going to... He did some damage. He's going to fall back. Perhaps regroup with additional forces, because he currently is behind refineries by one. Building two anti-heavy sentinel. Now he's doing... This guy, small harassment, did some damage, and now forcing out a big response, though he has built a lot of units himself. So in the end, it will balance out. He probably should going for an air attachment. We might see some early fighter craft. What was it? Skitchmars or I sort of forget what the aircraft called for the human player. Got a trident going out, probably just to stay in that bush and scout out. Perhaps he's seeing an eye for another refinery. Well, he does have another refinery. Two more refineries going to be built. Eyeing here and here. Looks like he's going for a strong economy opener. Looks like the other player is still getting out his second refinery and soon his third. He's building way too much at once. This refinery has not been completed, and he's building all this conduit wire. Some bit of bad eco management skills. I think that's the proper term. Looks like he's going to send out a counterattack of some tridents, but these last two will be cut off. These three should just take a detour back home or continue their attack. Either way, they will not get through this blockade. Now would be a good time to harass, perhaps take up this conduit wire. Focus on hitting a factory for minimum amount of damage, because human buildings have 10 armor, so even a trident won't do any more than 1 damage each. Going for the revolver first, I think I'm not too sure for the prices. I think they're pretty similar to the trident, but sniping both of those. Now he forced back that army all the way back. He's also getting a full scout off. He doesn't see these two, actually not exactly a full scout off, but he probably theorized that there's wire there could be more buildings. And there goes his, not sure if that's considered scouting or raiding force. Looks like we got a monitor out, trying to finishing off that scout. Currently, this player's on 3 refinery compared to this player's 4 refinery. Going for air pads, looks like we will see aggressive aircraft play, stealth, artillery. So this aircraft will be this bay will be affected both stealth, aircraft, and artillery. So that should be interesting. Perhaps we will see bomber craft. Human bombers are quite effective, seeing they deal pretty good splash damage. The Mondor craft just sitting overhead. I wonder if he sees this. Well, realize it's there. Not really. I can't really tell. What's this guy thinking? Staring at his base also. Good to know. Going for a tank, stealth, artillery, and other tank attachment. So this area will be affected both by tank. Well, this can build Gladys. This can build artillery or lancers. Additionally, this can be affected stealth. That can see daggers. Can build daggers, and this one can build more Gladys. Tank attachment, more Gladys. Tank attachment, more Gladys. So he's probably going to do heavy Gladys based play. This building can be affected by artillery, tank, and stealth, so it can build daggers, siege, and well, lancers and howitzers. Tank, air, so this one can build fighter aircraft, which I think that is the fighter aircraft. This one is currently building more fighter aircraft. Currently he's a bit low on economy, well, funding, because he's building all these air pads, probably. Currently the red player is at negative 75. He has got way too many factories. He cannot, well, plus the refinery has a huge draw per second due to the fact that it builds quite quickly, but it costs 800 credits. Once this refinery gets finished, it go back up. Once the first harvester comes in, it will probably zeroed out. Got a good sized trident force. Yep, looks like Gladys, Lancer, Howitzer, and Gladys, Revolver, and Gladys. So we're going to see heavy base armored play by the top player. In the bottom, we have heavy, well, not exactly heavy aircraft because there's only, I would say only 5 air pads. Sure, it's a good number of aircraft, but not exactly heavy base air play. Upgrades, perhaps that's what also they're building. Scythes, that's what's the fighter aircraft called. Scythes now have 8 ammo, which means their fighter, before, I think it was 4? I think that doubles the payload. It could have been 6, it just increases that by 2. And either way, it has a lot more firepower. Got another refinery over here, but we got this trident here to harass. Oh, there's another refinery down here. He might be interested to send out a couple units just to deal with those vents. This top player gone for 1 additional refinery, but also a refinery over here. So they're currently, I think they're equal in number of refineries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 to 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, there's 2 refineries in this location. Why is this one not spinning while this one is spinning? I think it's a graphical glitch. Looks like we got both sides just content on building up their forces. And this is boring to watch. I shall fast forward it. Hopefully I won't miss too much. I think I just fast forwarded the exact same point that it was. Brilliant. Fast forward about 30 seconds. And still nothing's. Looks like it's going to come down to one gigantic engagement. Currently both, I just realized, both populations are at 96. Though currently, this player does not have any cloudbursts. However, we're going to, now we have a site building up ready for an alpha if this player chooses to go for an alpha. Went for strike with his sights, dealing quite a number of damage. Quite a bit of damage. Got howitzers. Oh, looks like we got attack. All these units are quite low on health, so counter attack will be optimal right at this point. Reinforcements are just now showing up, a bit late to the party actually, because a lot of their forces are now being wiped. He did quite a bit of damage. Now it's time to get out. More of these sites are heading out for another engagement. It looks like a grand total of 5 sites. Nice. These sites have no opposition, so it's getting nice damage before the rest of the army can actually show up. Do we see any cloud bursts yet? I do not see any. Let me. Oh, looks like there's some upgrades. Last time I checked, we got monitors, which will gain stealth. Longbows can now shoot on enemies with the ground, and not cloudburst, longbows. What I think. Cloudburst is the beater faction, and repairs. All of them very nice. This one is Lancer's beams are replaced by a railgun weapon. Let's see. I always want to know what the damage comparison. I always forget to check. This does 70 damage. This is the railgun version. Does this player have a Lancer? I do not believe this person has a railgun. Oh, wait. He does have Lancers out in the field. No, those are tridents, not Lancers. This is a Lancer. Nope, he does not have any. So there's no side-by-side comparison. I always forget to see the comparison between the two. Lancer, I do believe the upgrades basically eliminates the focus fire over the damage over time. Instead of being the Lancers, they have like a charge up time. The longer they focus on one target, the more damage they deal. Sort of like the old Void Rays. We have a lot of Gladys there. Does he have any counter to the sights? He is now building longbows. The other player is just not aggressive enough with this. Wait, where are those sights? Did he lose them all? No, he has 5 sights on the field. But where are they? I'll worry about it later. Looks like it's just a bit of an artillery war at the moment. Well, looks like his sights over here, they all stacked up, which can present a problem. Destroys that monitor. That second shot was way overkill. He needs to start firing. He needs to attack. They're just sitting there. They're highly vulnerable when they're just sitting there. We do not see any cloudbursts yet. Not cloudbursts, longbows. But here's the problem. They're just sitting there. If you're going to fire, let them go off and attack, you should place them on attack moves. Or what if it's aggressive stance? I forget what type of stances are there. But they're just sitting there. He does have a longbow. Do they do AoE damage? They do not. So he's going to lose them one by one. He loses one because he didn't do anything. He lost 2 because he didn't do anything, and now he pulls them back. That, he could have done so much damage. He could have just fired and retreat, but he did not. Looks like he's going to focus on these rocks, opens up a flanking opportunity. Perhaps he can place his howitzers up here. Looks like he's going to come in for a flank. He can get a nice hits on those howitzers. A huge stack of massive damage. Now this is armored warfare. Now these howitzers can have a nice safe position once they destroy the nearby vision to spawn them. Lancers are firing their railgun weaponry. Looks like the Lancers damage turns into a 40 from 70, but it makes it instant and not a big charge up time. Got howitzers. He lost a lot of forces. He needs to fall back, so he's dealing of mopping up some of these weaker units, which is nice, but he's going to lose his howitzers also. Scythes are coming in. There are some anti-aircraft, but not a lot. And there's only one anti-aircraft, no, two anti-aircraft, so he could focus down those fast quicker. He has a nice force in here, ready in the bushes. Pulls that aircract like just in time. Now there's going to be a nice engagement here. He has his own longbow. Wait a second. The upgrades were for the blue person anyways. Nice cleanup after the anti-aircraft died. He then moved in his scythes to destroy the commander units, but now there's a longbow there. He loses the weakened health one, which is nice, good. Whether that be luck or good skill, we take out the weakened one. And we still got this trident here. Just pecking away against harvesters. Does the human players... I don't think the human players has any way of repairing their aircraft. There might be a research upgrade for that, perhaps in the economics tab. He's building a lot of sentinels, which means he does not have a ground force for attacking, which is a bit of a bad thing, though he can survive an onslaught. But once again, this conduit wire is on the wrong side. He needs to place maybe a backup conduit wire on the other side, right here. Going to destroy these rocks, trying to get to the secondary refining locations. That's a good idea. More catalyst is always good. The bottom player has significantly expanded his operation. Instead of going straight down, he's going for straight to the left. He could go for the center area. So there are those catalyst plugs. And now the front area is now denied to aircraft, those two anti-air sentinels. Trying to focus on these catalyst plugs. Destroying monitors. He could try to focus down a refinery. I'm not exactly sure if that's enough to destroy a refinery. However, if he sees his force, he can take out some of the heavier units, such as well, more valuable units, such as nope. He gets in one burst, he gets out, goes back in, he's starting to kite. These fighter aircraft do splash damage, but he's taking a lot of damage. And he only has a couple shots left. Throws them out on a refinery, then go and send them back for rearmament. A nice artillery barrage, but that's a bit of a waste of artillery unit. Got a couple more sites here. They can be focused down by the cloudbursts. The Goo faction's artillery anti-air is probably the best since they are AoE, and these air units love to stack up on each other. Going in with the aircraft, nice. The aircraft, these anti-airs are not target air and ground, so they will only attack the opposing aircraft. Very good engagement for the bottom player. Units came into the side, he came up a flank, air support came in also. A nice combined arms basically between aircraft and ground units. Now the top player just does look at how many refineries that this bottom player has. I'm surprised he has not gone for an alpha. Now is probably a good time to go. He has a teleporter. sneaky sneaky. A mix of 3 Lancers, 2 Gladys, and a Howitzer. I would probably just go straight for just go straight Lancers, teleport here, focus down the core, and that's pretty much game over because the entire enemy base would be unpowered, excluding that if he has the upgrades for the remain power for like the anti-heavy sentinels and artillery sentinels and the AA sentinels, but he does not. These anti-aircraft turrets are very effective. Takes down that aircraft. Now he's initiating his frontal assault. The best place to attack is this conduit wire right here. Destroy this conduit wire, everything over here will be unpowered. Does he realize it? I don't think so. Nice artillery barrages splashing down that entire army. These anti-aircraft, well, these artillery pieces are not being focused down by ground forces. And look, he took out power. Oh wait, like I said, took out the core, unpowers the entire base. That is the end of the game. Now these cheap move, but sorry. He adapted a lot better than I did. If it's in the game, yes, it is a bit cheesy. It's like using one click to command and conquer. However, it's in the game for a reason. It takes like what, 3 minutes for the teleporter to recharge? I think so. So it's basically like a Chronosphere in Red Alert 2, but nobody builds a Chronosphere in Red Alert 2 unless they want to teleport the enemy units off into a mountain or into the water. Well, I'd like to thank you for watching, and Lord.agion signing off.